Alrighty. It's December 12th, Friday, 2025. I took a futures trade. Right now, I have a split screen between GBP, CHF, and Ethereum USD. I was trying to see if I can multitask and trade one of these. GBP is taking a while to get over this key level here. Ethereum kind of did a little seesaw for me, and I wasn't with it. I ended up getting, well, no, I didn't stop out. I think I got out early because I was tired of the back and forth. I couldn't figure out its direction, because with Ethereum, we took out this key level. So I was like, okay, cool. We had this dip into fair value gap, and then we started reversing back down. And then I thought, okay, are we going to be bearish instead? So I somehow still entered in. I'm not sure why. And you see this bearish move, but I think being stopped out here, getting close here, I just was like, I'm just going to wait. And then now it shows itself. So I didn't really take great trades on that. ES, I took a trade on. As you can see, I thought I was going to go bullish. I set this whole setup here. I had fair value gap with the tap in, expected it to go up. It did not. It reversed. I chose NQ to enter into my final trade because it tapped into its fair value gap on the bearish end before, if I remove this. So before, let's see, let me remove this. Bearish end here, right? Tap in. But this, see, it's like 3 candles, right? Versus here on NQ, it was the second candle, the second candle that tapped in ever so, like really, really tiny, this one. So that's when I was like, okay, once it closed out and I got into, I think it's this, one of these, I think it was here. I was like, all right, I'm taking that. So I took that bearish. I did 2 contracts NQ. And then I tried to, when it got probably halfway here, I tried to close out one because I had gotten into 1200. But somehow I closed myself out of both contracts. I completely closed my position. So I hopped back in one contract, took it down here, and got out. So my overall was 1-2. So I came back to the 1-2. I could have stayed in because I technically didn't hit my TP. But I'm also planning on doing something else. Like I need, my mind is not focused. And so I don't have unfortunately, I didn't have the patience to wait for it to go down here. Just looking at candle presentation right now. I mean, there are 2 indecisive, both black and green doji candles here, so that's kind of funny. I've also noticed this week, I don't know if it's this week thing, if it's news thing, or if it's December holiday thing, but the biggest moves have been made like after 10:30, 11 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time, which typically the macros are somewhere between 9:50 to 10:30, and then again at 11:30. But I've been seeing things happening after 10:30. That's when you've seen a true flow, like a true direction of the chart. If I go back to the 4-hour, I can say, well, yeah, based on the 4-hour chart, I can say we were kind of bearish. So I should have expected a bearish move. But when I started off in the trade, I noticed that we took out, where are we? We took out this London session low right out the gate. So we showed some what do you call it, liquidity here. So that's what made me go, okay, we're gonna go bullish. And then we didn't take out Asian low here, so we just kind of were in this empty space of like directionless. And then when it turned back around, I was like, okay, so maybe we're not going to be bullish. Maybe we do want to be bearish. And so that's kind of how I played this. I did it the way I expected it to. I guess I could have overall just waited since the 4-hour candle did show bearish. bias for the day. I could have just waited until I got bearish bias, but I would have had to, for me, my entry point, I would have waited until the candle came up to Asia low to take out liquidity to reverse back down. That clearly didn't happen. So had I waited for that, I wouldn't have taken a move at all. I would have actually, it would have been better to trade on ES, to be honest. But ES didn't have an entry for me. Oh, let me drop. Let's see. This is 1 minute. ES actually came up and took out Asia low, or a key level for Asia, right? A key level period. So looking for an entry actually would have been somewhere here. So had I drawn this, but I would have been stopped out once, 1, 2, 3, for 4 minutes before actually making it downward. So, and I've learned for ES and NAS to put if I were to have taken this trade, when it actually hit like here, I try to aim for at least a 1-to-1, but I really just aim for, next key level. So that would have been like here. And I would have put my stop loss higher than my fair value gap box, because in my mind, I think about ES and NQ being so much more volatile, giving it a little bit more room, especially NQ, giving it the room to really breathe and adjust, especially in the morning when the volume is so much more and the volatility is a lot higher. I think about that. I do. That's part of the reason why I draw that out. So if I really paid attention and didn't have something else going on today, I would have taken the ES trade and seen that, hey, bearish bias was noted on the 4-hour and the 1-hour. So just wait to show bearish flow. But either way, this is part of the reason why I like trading ES and NAS, because there are no other pairs unless GBP USD and Euro USD where you can kind of bounce ideas off of each other. Like, if I'm looking at bearish, flow for this, is the other one showing it too? Because they really mimic each other. If the other one is kind of showing it or it's not showing it, then it's like, am I sure? It gives me, it's like an extra confluence of using both to trade versus just being stuck on one and trying to be like, okay, what's going to happen with just this one? How is it going to flow? What other confluences do I have that are telling me we're good to go? So this was an okay trade. I didn't follow my plan all the way. Just looking at this, I'm seeing what looks like relatively equal lows. So this is like an indication to me that price might just start going back up, which is funny because it hasn't hit a key level. Or has it? Because I've been terrible about drawing. I don't draw it hasn't hit a key level here. I think it hit something here, like a small 5 minute or 1 minute really. But like it could have, price likes to go and grab like something like all of these low before returning back up. So I think that's interesting that it hasn't gone there yet. But like I said, I've noticed that price has kind of moved a lot more, or your direction has been made more clear after 10:30, after 11, which is interesting because I don't usually trade after those times because the volume starts to slow down. And even if your prediction is correct, it takes such a long time to get there. Like if my prediction is bearish, and between 9:30 and whatever time this is, actually I got it here, 10:09, I get to my position between, I think I traded after 9:50 to 10:10, let's just say. So in that 9:50 to 10:10, that's 20 minutes. In that, which I didn't trade for 20 minutes, but somewhere in this window, you are quicker to get to your take profit and leave than if you were to trade now out of this window somewhere over here. It would take you so much longer. An example would be yesterday. What is this? This is yesterday. So I took a trade here. something like that. I took pictures of it. I took a trade here and got out. If I wasn't tired, because I've been working nights this whole week, if I wasn't tired, I would have just been like, you know what? This is the 5 minute. I like the 5 minute. I'm setting fair value gap here. Oh, I see a dip. I'm going to set my, my first time it dips in here. I might set this like that. We have this really wide stop loss. My take profit might be up here. Maybe take profit would be number one. But actually number one would suck because wouldn't be much. So I would just use my key levels as my take profit. That's 1.43. Whatever, because my goal is usually 1-to-1. And I would have taken this trade from 10:30, but I wouldn't have hit take profit until market close. Pretty much, that's 6 hours of like, did I hit trade? And for me, I set alerts. Like I'll put alert. Actually, I'll put one halfway through, and be like, look, if we're hitting here, no bueno. And then set another alert up here, which I don't know why I moved that, but set another alert up here, like, oh, if you take profit, you're good to go. But that's so stressful to wait 6 hours to get to that place. Or let's say I wake up somewhere around 2 and then I see, oh man, I should have been in that trade the whole time. I've been thinking about it. I didn't get into it. Now I'm trying to chase the trade. It's just not a good look. I forgot to check news while recording, but I checked news prior to. I didn't see anything. Yesterday, I entered into a Forex trade and I saw that Trump was speaking. Gladly was just an orange folder, but I did see like big bearish moves of the candle during that time, which I thought was interesting. I saw it on silver. I saw it on something else. I can't remember. But yeah, I can't complain about this trade. If I'm looking at Ethereum, I definitely missed it. Like, that's on me. But I was trying to do like going back and forth and whatever. I downgraded my TradingView membership too, because I got is it the premium where like you get like 1,000 different alerts? Because I used to use a lot more alerts before and now I don't. So I downgraded it, also trying to cut down on cost of stuff too. And I'm better off for it. And look, this is looking good. It actually got closer. But if I had the premium, then I'd probably be able to put 12 different charts all together and go about my day. But I really didn't want to do that and spend that money. Also, it's confusing to go back and forth for me right now. It might get better later on, but for now, it's kind of too much. So, yeah, this is okay for a Friday. Can't complain. Oh, it hit take profit. Look at that. Look at that. See, I didn't have the patience to hold on. I just did it. And I'm cool with that. I'm okay with that. I'm not going to chase. There's nothing to chase. If I see anything on Forex end that I can be in and set my take profits and just go about my business, like that would be awesome. But for now, I don't think I see anything. I like to see things on the 5-minute. That makes it easier. Did I not draw? Yeah. I like to look at things on the 5-minute. This would be cool, actually, if we are bullish, but there's been a lot of consolidation here. This was great. If I took this trade somewhere here, I don't know. Yeah, here. I think I did take this trade. I don't know. Yeah, this would have been a cool trade to take bearish, but it looks like it's trying to reverse. Maybe it's hit a new liquidity down here, because it looks like we're going down, but maybe we're reversing. We're making higher highs, higher lows maybe. If it crosses over, this is an ideal one to look into, to take. Here, there's nothing for me. Ethereum would have been awesome, but it was also kind of confusing, but I'm okay with it. I don't know what gave me the goal to even consider trading Ethereum. Like, I've never This would be kind of cool if we start reversing. Like, that would be super duper. I'm gonna actually mark that. If we start reversing, I'm gonna mark that. Trying to make a mental note. This is actually pretty neat. Let's see if it's not really much of a gap, which is gross. But technically, actually, I'm sure if I drop down to the 1 minute, I'm gonna see something. So liquidity is up here. No entry there. Actually, entry right here. Entry right here would have been cool. But I would have been stopped out by here. But that's a good flow down. Either way, I'm not interested in this one right now. I'm just like, ugh, I can't do two things at once. Cannot do two things at once. That's made up my mind. Let me back up on the 5 minute. Gosh, did I not draw a line on this? So what happened? Oh, bro, this could have. Oh, wow, this could have been one. I guess I missed this one. Let's see. I guess I missed this. So this went down, created a new low here. If I go on the 1 minute and just see if it wants to make new highs, that might be something to look for. I don't see any. I see an entry here, but I would have been stopped out already, or maybe not. Let me see. No, I'm just talking out loud, and I'm good for that. Yeah, if I drew a fair value gap here, there, cool. That's actually not bad. If I put an alert if it comes up here, that might not be bad. But just looking at the overall, take profits could be 1, 2, 3 if that was something, but who knows? It might just be that the whole market is flooding. Like, is everybody on the bearish side? Right. This is kind of nice. This is something to look out for too. Yeah, I used to do so many alerts. My sister messaged me. I used to do so many alerts, yeah, that's why I had the premium. Now I don't see myself needing it. ES is alerting me for something. I do not know why. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So that's my trade. 1, 2. So maybe 1, 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You already know what that means. And then on this, I don't think it's updated yet. And this is honestly with me being negative 500, right? So had I not been negative 500 and just taken this bearish trade, I would have been up 2K on each account. So if I go to my these express ones, I think this is reflection on I think, yeah, because I think before I checked this, it was like 1.5 or something. It hasn't reflected on here. It's reflected on here. It's kind of slow to reflect on some of these. It's interesting. So yeah, it says, well, I think do not let your account balance go. Well, that's kind of tight. Best day is below. I don't know what that means. Yeah, once I hit the 3K, which hopefully next week, let's see what happens. Then we can go from there. But yep, that was today. That was an okay trade. Yep, let's see what happens over the weekend and into Monday.